Hi everybody, it's James. Welcome back to the Swifts. So here we are. I'm bringing us back a little bit earlier because if you look at the schedule, we played some friendlies and all of a sudden this thing called the Betfred Cup Group E has come up and looks like it's going to be the rest of our preseason. So we've got to do all of that, and then the SPFL Trust Trophy first round happens against the Livingston Reserves. And then we go into our first game in the league, Scottish League 2. So, yeah. And then Scottish Cup, we come in the second round. So if you look here, Scottish Cup, they want us to be in the fourth round. We start in the second round, so it's only 2 rounds. The Betfred Cup, they want us to be competitive in. And look, we get to face Motherwell. Hi, guys. This is going to be fun. And the SPL Trophy, they want us to be in the third round, but we start in the first round. Good news is about all this is that the Scottish Cup, we get a round appearance money, which is awesome, and it looks like it's been prorated up. Oh, we're not even in the preliminary rounds. We're in the second round. So round appearance money, third, fourth, which is great. The Betfred Cup, if we look at the rules, I don't think there is. Oh, yeah. Where we place, we get some prize money for a limited team. So prize money if you move through. If you don't, you get to the second round, you get 38,000 here, anywhere from 18 to 27. So I'd like to be in the third area would be nice for the Betfred Cup. For the SPFL Trust Trophy, there is also loser money, which is great. So just more ways to earn money, which is awesome for us. And I am very happy to go on and do all of these. And then obviously the league, we play everybody 4 times. We are currently slated to win the league, which is interesting. More on our team on a second because we've had some transfers. And yeah. So we've come back for the first game in the Betfred Cup against Queen of Sith, who is the League 1 side, so right above us. Somebody who we want to look at beating if we're let's be honest, doing anything. Did Motherwell get promoted? No, they were in the champion. So they've got us against Motherwell, Ayr, Queen's Park. Very interesting group. So League 1 team, Premiership team, us a League 2 team, Championship team, and a Championship team. So a very eclectic group. I don't think we're going to see all of these games. I wanted to come back for Queen because of it being the first game of the preseason cup. Look at the new team. And then I think we'll come back for... I know we're talking about this earlier on in the system here, but let's just come back for Anan. Because unless we're close to getting through this group, and then I'll talk about it. But otherwise, that's the plan for that. On to transfers. And there have been a few. I want to come down here because we'll talk about the outs first. Connor Ellis. Connor. He was a great for us for that one season and then just kind of fell off the radar for us. But we were able to sell him to Dumbarton for 1.8K, which I think, given what he did for us for that one season or 2 seasons, was a solid player. And the fact that he's able to get us some money, salutes to Connor. He was the striker we needed in that first season. As for other ins, we've had Greg Solgett, who I brought in early on as a kind of he is a model professional, can play as the ball-winning midfielder, has more of the ball-winning midfielder-y kind of stats. The other thing is he's high determination. He's a model professional. That's huge. This guy is kind of he's 26. He can pay him for a couple of years to be a mentor to some of our younger players. Being a model professional, being a good player for the next league up. He's got high natural fitness, You know, he can improve a little bit. He obviously is going now, but this is preseason. We're going down a lot, but a high determination. We don't need him to be attacking. We just need him to sit and be a ball-winning midfielder, and that's what he's good at doing. After Greg, we brought in Connor Livingston, who is just like another midfielder who can basically play as a deep line playmaker. Big thing about him, the same as you've seen a lot of people, he's just kind of like, he's kind of Hughes, but younger. Plays simple, short passes, doesn't use his weak foot, and he is just, once again, a good player for League 2. He has a balanced personality. He's left-footed, plays short ball passes. Not really anything too detrimental in his game, but also like nothing glaring, and he can play those two, the defensive midfielder and midfield position. After him was Lewis Molt, who we brought in, who is declining at 30, but another guy who can play that deep line forward role. Can kind of play like the winger roles if we're looking to bring him in. And he's played for Motherwell in the past, so he knows the league. Kind of has been a journeyman wherever, but a good, solid kind of striking option, who also has some like technical abilities of free kicking and stuff, and at 6 foot, mentals are good. He's an experienced striker. Once again, another one of these guys we can bring in, mentor our younger players. Next up, Phil Mullen, who is just a young player who we got in on a free. Somebody for the future at 6'2", breakthrough prospect at 5 pounds a week. The high bravery and aggression is always nice. And it's just, once again, just like somebody we can take a punt on. If he doesn't work out, we can probably sell him for a profit. But jumping, reach, heading, he has kind of all the hallmarks of a good center back. Very good aerially. I need some of his physicals and defensive attributes to come up, but he's 16. Those could come in time. Next, a crazy signing, in my opinion, came from through Edinburgh University, is Charlie Berra, a midfielder who is a fringe player, physically strong, mentally pretty good except for the flair, determination is high. And then when you look at his other attributes, this guy is, once again, kind of that ball-winning, box-to-box, deep line playmaking kind of player. And I am developing him to be a box-to-box midfielder, which I think he will excel at. And at 16 years old, once again, another guy you take a punt on, and he could definitely do something at 6'5" in the midfield. Lighthearted, naturally fit, has done great in training. Yeah, he's not the most technically gifted player. Don't need him to be technically gifted. He can tackle, he can pass. We want him to be a bully in the midfield, and that's what we can do. And finally, Miller Fountain, who is a Scottish left back who played for Queen of Sith last year, who is just a better left back. One of the big things I had been doing is we noticed we had a lot of players who weren't consistent and did not like playing in big matches. And what I've tried to do a lot of this in this transfer window, I'm doing, is I'm weeding out players who weren't consistent and couldn't want to play in big matches. And now we've got guys who are balanced, who have that kind of ability. Yeah, his work rate isn't the best, but he's got strong crossing, marking, passing. He plays a wing back on support role. He's got some acceleration and some pace about him. He does everything we need to do, and he is Scottish. And he's kept at under 19 level too. Now on to the business that we've done this year. Simi Pollock has gone out on loan. Eden Riley has also gone out on loan. Then we brought in 2 loans and 3 free transfers. Max Henderson from Kilmarnock has come in as a kind of backup striker. He's a squad player. And you're looking at what he can do: pace, acceleration, natural fitness, anticipation, finishing, first touch, heading at 16, technique. He is a good backup striker that we have on loan for no money. Free loan, free player. The other loan we have in is Carrion Conley from Hearts, who is a very well-rounded for a 17-year-old midfielder. Once again, no glaring flares. It's not the best to do with his tackling, but once again, as an advanced playmaker, he's a promising midfielder who can do a job for us. And the other thing too is that he is here on a free. Can't beat that with a stick. The 3 other transfers we've had in, Andy Lawless, who is a goalkeeper who we brought in for free, and immediately he was being looked to be loaned out, and he's just a Scottish goalkeeper. We got rid of our other guy, and he's just here as a future prospect. We developed into something great. You know, he's 1.5 stars with a 4.5 stars worth of potential. Awesome. Ryan Spence, who is starting for us at striker. We found this guy at Arsenal FC USA Youth Academy, where he scored 31 goals in 67 matches. And the interesting thing about him is that he's United States with English nationality, so we were able to bring him in. He is a left-footed striker who is going to play as that advanced forward. He's resilient. He's got kind of, you know, his finishing could be better, but dribbling, first touch, passing, technique, off the ball, teamwork, it's all there. For an advanced forward, he dives in tackles too. Why not? As a left-footed striker, I think he could do a job for us. And then the weirdest nationalities we've had, this is Emilio McLennan, or his full name is Washington Emilio McLennan Vasquez, who is Uruguayan, Scottish-Italian. So we didn't have to worry about a work permit for him because he's Scottish and is a left-footed solid center back. He has basically replaced Broadbent, who wanted a new contract. I didn't want to give him a new contract, so he left. This guy is just as good. He's experienced. He is good at heading, jump reach. He's kind of got all that stuff. He's got more pace than Broadbent had, and I think could be a really solid player at the back. You love to have experienced center backs, and center backs tend to keep a little bit longer. He'll be partnering Ludwig as our back 2. Now, that being said, I will show you the transfer center. There's a reason why we're also making some of these deals, because if you look at the ins, we have a lot of people for trials and transfers that we're trying to bring in. The other thing, too, is you look at the outs. Michael Craig has a £5,250 bid on him. For somebody who's been kind of a fringe player for us the last couple seasons, I was like, I can get value for him plus some add-ons. Absolutely great. And then Martar Taylor-Crosdale, who, once again, huge for us the last couple of years, you know, scored a ton of goals for us. Got him in on a free last year. Scored 14 goals. You know, if you look at the cup too, 31 goals, 13 assists, great. If you look at some of his abilities, does not feel comfortable playing in important matches, is inconsistent, and fairly susceptible to injuries. You look at Ryan Spence, who doesn't have any of that and is kind of coming in as the replacement. You can see why we made the move. Also interesting enough, Will Russ had a bid accepted for him for like £10,000 with a loan back fee and a bunch of other stuff. And I was like, oh crap, we're going to lose him. I started scrambling in the market, but I had given him a contract before the board accepted it. I said renegotiate. They said no. And so I scrambled and he signed the contract and said, no, I'm not going to go with the other team. So that was awesome. So we get to keep Will Russ for another few years at £35 too, as an important player. Consistency is a thing with him, but hey, you want to know what? I'm not worried about it. Carl Taylor-Crosdale, if he can move, that gets us a little bit more money, and it's a win for us. So if you look at how we line up right now, Spence, Warburton, and Russ, Hughes, Davidson, Sloggett, Fenton, McLennan, Flanchette, McLaughlin, Gill. And we've got Puig, who is who we brought up, who's 18-year-olds. Kyle Regan, another guy we've had coming through our system, who we're going to play on the bench. Tom Laps, Karen Connolly, Max Henderson, then Lewis Molt. And then we've got a bunch of other guys, once again, Emil Fredriksson, who we brought up as our Danish striker, to give a shot. Charlie Barra, the guy we brought in, who can definitely get some time out there today. We have some options. Livingston, we're pretty stacked in the midfield. Getting a few more options probably through the back line and then up through the front is probably good. But I think overall, I'm happy with the business we've done so far, and there's plenty more to go. Now that I've bored you guys for 14 minutes, this is the team we're taking in. Pretty simple. Got some people who are concerned. Oh, they're not even starting. That's not a problem. Pass into space. Mike Fenton is pleased to be making his debut. This is against the League One side. So, if we have any aspirations here, this is going to be it. Nobody expects the results. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. Go out there and make the difference. This is Spence's first game for us too. A few people. I don't. Spence, I think, has maybe played some for us in the preseason. But this is definitely Fenton's first game. We had to work with him on the contract. Now, once again, we're not expecting to get anything from these games. This just is what it is. How did these guys all have 3 points already when there's only 4? Oh, because 2 of these guys have played twice. Interesting. Anyways. Yeah, like I said, we're not expecting anything out of this tournament. We're not at their kind of level yet, but it's a good kind of gauger and a good, let's be honest, way to earn some money. As McLaughlin finds Davidson. Still Davidson. Let's hope he was looking for a cross, because if that's a shot, we're going to have problems. A strong start for us first half. I mean, I'm not going to complain at all about these guys because they've only had like 3 warm-up matches, friendlies, to like get ready for this. So this essentially is the preseason. Is Warburton, ball in, Flanchette, ball goes over. Oh, and that's going to be the first half. A 0-0 draw. I'm happy with the performance. Keep it up. They're happy with it too. We are going to have to start looking at possibly making some changes here in the midfield. But it will come probably around the 60th minute. I'm going to make it. Yeah, 60th minute. Tick, 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 tick. Here we go. Changes. Interesting. Laps can come in for him. Flanchette. Let's get Puig in there. McLaughlin can get replaced by that. And I think that's all of the changes we can make. We can only make 3. Oh boy. No, we can make more than 3. That's awesome. Oh, those ones haven't gone through that yet. That's why. So Laps will go there. Connolly will come in there as the box-to-box, right? Because he can play as box-to-box. And he's better as an advanced playmaker. So he'll come in as the box-to-box. Boom. Done. Puig will come in there. And we'll confirm those changes. A ball in, and Lewis McCann gets the goal. Gill comes out of his net. Probably shouldn't have, an ill-advised move, but what are you going to do? This play developed so quickly. So throw in by Freeman. Shields is there. Sends it back to Freeman. Freeman sends a through ball. Gill comes off of his line, but doesn't make it. McCain's there and just puts it away for 1-0. You hate to see it, folks, but it is what you'd expect. We've already made all of our changes. We just have to sit here and wait. Russ and Spence not having the best game. Warburton, Davidson isn't showing anything. Warburton ball in here. Puig tries to get a head on it. It's cleared. McLaughlin was picking this up, back up here to Warburton. Tries to find Russ, and Warburton. Oh, we've got a penalty. Yeah, let's keep it Warburton. I was not expecting that, but apparently somebody was shoved. Warburton steps up here and slots it home to the right-hand side. His first goal of the season, the first goal for League 2, Scottish 2nd Division, Swifts. Calm penalty, too. Perfect placement. Keeper was never getting to it. And we are back up into 4th place. Sharp now. McBride. Notary. Finds Murray. Gill makes the save this time. Gill, apparently the best keeper in the league. We don't have the best wingers, but that's because we don't play with wingers. Pybus. Canton. McCabe is going to get there, but it looks like he's covered up pretty well. And then McCann just sends the ball over. Once again, we can't make any changes. McLaughlin, I don't think can come off. Right? Yeah, I've made my substitutions. So he just has to play at a 6.2. Maybe 6.1. Maybe we need a new right back after the performance he's putting in here. Maybe this is just an off game. Who knows? Sharp sends it over. 5 minutes of added time. Jesus. Okay, throw into them. Sharp. McCabe. Laps makes a good play here. Now Davidson finds Spence, whose first action we've ever seen it. Oh my God, he comes just close. Hits the woodwork. Are we going to get it? Okay, we do see the throw in here. Fenton. Spence. Davidson. Tries to curl it in. McKellen. McCain tackles. Okay, looks like it's going to be a deep set piece in. Fenton sends it. Davidson. We go to penalties here? Okay. Oh, God, we go to penalties. Relax, pick your spot, don't change your mind. Let them know I have faith. I didn't know there was penalties. Why didn't they tell me there was penalties? Behind the goal. McCain. First to go. Gill. Completely the wrong way. I didn't think there was penalties in this. How do the guys have 1 point then? Warburton already scored a penalty. And he doesn't. Oh no, I'm having flashbacks here. McCabe. Beautiful shot. Laps here. Winds up. Sends it. Beautiful penalty. Pybus. Gill. Goes the right way. Doesn't get the penalty save though. Spence. The youngster. Sends it. American. Oh, with vicious power down the center. Sharp now. Gill's got to be big here. Gill. Once it goes the right way and off the pole. Connolly. Big moment for him. Needs to score this to keep us in the game. Steps up. Confident penalty. Right hand side. Sends him the wrong way. Buchanan on Gill. You guys thought you were getting a quick episode today. No. We go... Definitely not. Buchanan. Ball in. Gill. Right down the middle. He saves it. McLaughlin. He's on a 6.1 all game. McLaughlin steps up. We're going to extras. Oh, I don't think I can take this. Murray sends Gill the wrong way. Davidson now. Why are they showing us dropping positions? I guess you get a point for being in the game. Davidson gets up, fires. He misses wide right. We're the underdogs out there, for sure. damn, it sucks. We got a lot of stuff to go through, so I'll see you guys back here for the start of the season, unless, like, we're at the Queen's Park game and we're able to go through the Cup. So, until then, I've been James. You've been you. This is the Swifts. And remember, it's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. We'll see you in the next one, folks.